Minecraft is a game that has taken the world by storm since its initial release in 2009 and its full release in 2011. And now with 300 million active players this year, it has cemented itself as a medium that will always bring people together from all around the world, building out intricate structures and forging lifelong bonds and relationships with people that they may never actually meet. However, it is also a game that brings together the worst of people, and has been plagued by griefers since day one. So today, we will explore the evolution of griefing in Minecraft, as well as gloss over some of the popular griefing groups that have emerged during those times. So sit back and relax, and let's get into the evolution of Minecraft griefing. In the early days of Minecraft, when it was more of just a creative game, griefing was relatively a non-issue. Players would go around destroying each other's creations and doing other minor disruptions, but it was mostly harmless. However, as the game grew in popularity, griefing became a more serious and a lot more organized over time. The earliest forms of Minecraft griefing were very simple: break in or steal other people's items from their houses and chests, and walk out with all of their items. This was done for the sole purpose of causing mischief or simply trying to prank one of your friends thinking all of their items were gone. But again, as the game grew in popularity, griefing became way more organized and a lot more sophisticated. During the early days of the Minecraft beta, groups of players began to form specifically for the purpose of griefing. These groups would target servers and coordinate attacks against servers that caused them issues in the past, often using very new to the time hacked clients to gain an advantage of doing this much faster and being more destructive. And if you don't want your day getting griefed, make sure to subscribe to the channel. It's free, you can always change your mind. 98% of you are getting your days griefed right now because you don't want to subscribe, so if you can, please do that below. It supports the channel a lot. Thank you guys all for the support on the most recent videos, and let's get back into it. Other times, groups just needed some really basic social engineering to convince a server owner that they were totally from Planet Minecraft and needed the op powers to review their server. The two main groups we'll be talking about today are ICanHasGrief, or ICHG, and Team Avolition. The ICanHasGrief channel was a small team with a pretty short run, but in the time that they were around, they caused some pretty insane damage to servers by gaining operator permissions on those servers by tricking people by saying that they were part of Planet Minecraft or other various connections. And with that, they were able to essentially shut down any server that could not quell them fast enough. But unfortunately, their channel died off just after a few videos and about a decade ago now, with no new videos since. But in the time that they were around during their short run, they were able to gain a pretty moderate following, about 100,000 subscribers, which back 10 years ago was a pretty big deal. And it showed that anybody could go out there and grief, regardless if you had any kind of hacks or not. And they really capitalized on the simple time that they were playing Minecraft. And finally, we have the biggest and probably the most well-known and notorious griefing groups in Minecraft, Team Avolition. They gained notoriety for their attacks on the Minecraft server Space Monkey, which resulted in the server being shut down. They gained a pretty decent following for the time on their YouTube channel, where they would post out videos of griefs going down, and they always generally seemed pretty charismatic, and at the same time pretty annoying, causing chaos, and inspired most of anybody who is still into Minecraft griefing today. These three groups and others caused a movement to start in Minecraft. If you had beef with a server or any individual on a certain server, back then, there were really no protective measures on these servers. You could go in and destroy anything, and if you were lucky, the server may have a basic amount of protection via LWC or some sort of log that could track certain kinds of blocks from being broken or placed. It was very easy to complete some extremely destructive griefing. When public hack clients entered the fray, like Notice and Weepcraft, it was over for any server that didn't have any sort of protection. But this is just the surface level of what griefing came to be. Over time, the motivations and methods used to grief servers drastically changed. Back in this era, like we were talking about, it was more about causing the most physical damage that you could to builds on the servers, and overall just making it a really bad time for the players on the server to make them have the worst experience. But as anti-cheat measures increased and more servers started to become more protected against all of this by adding golden shovels that would claim all builds and introduced hub worlds onto the server, the typical griefing groups just were unable to compete with the upgraded tech, and most fell out of the hobby altogether. Today's griefers are much more different. Instead of just wanting to destroy builds on a server for no other reason rather than just, quote, I really just want to smash things, unquote, it is now much more of a Robin Hood style fight for the players against the server owners. Today, more Minecraft servers have some sort of monetization platform that don't, and unfortunately will never not be a predatory platform just to squeeze as much money out of a player as they can. And now with these greedy owners comes not a cohesive group of people like we had back in the day, but an incredible group of individuals who have come in and simply just decided to dupe a massive amount of pay-to-win items to overflow and crash server economies to hopefully force the hand of these owners to make changes for the betterment of their players. Big creators such as SalZ1, Horizon, Duper Trooper, and the Mr. Epic will all go after these servers and directly grief them where it really hurts: their wallets. Just a small note, there are still some griefing teams out there, like the Fifth Column and the Third Wheel, who come together and cause havoc as a team rather than running as individuals. But the griefing scene is still mostly individuals who may team up from time to time. All of the aforementioned creators will either use public dupes or privately secured dupes, or in Horizon's case, use methods to just literally crash the server so no money can be made. Most of the time, it comes down to plugins that a certain server will use that are vulnerable. More recently, there was a massive auction house plugin that had a vulnerability that allowed for some easy duping of servers' crates, keys, and other pay-to-win items. And in a culmination of it all, Storm Surge, notably the leader of Team Avolition at the time who narrated and posted almost all of the videos on their channel, came back to the Minecraft griefing fray alongside some of the new creators for a crossover event that no one thought was possible. And in conclusion, griefing has evolved over time from a basic idea of causing as much physical damage to a server that you don't like, to manipulating global server economies to help players to not be preyed on by the people who make the servers where they spend their time. This evolution is honestly hilarious to think about at the end, but at the same time, shows just how far we have come in the last 10 years. And no matter what era we go into for Minecraft, we will always have some sort of griefers around the corner, whether it be good or bad. And that's going to do it for the video today, guys. I know it was a bit of a short one, but thank you guys so much for watching, getting your daily dose of vitamin P. If you guys want more daily doses of vitamin P, please check out the rest of the videos listed on the channel below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, and take care.
Take his jukebox. Fuck this kid.